Hey everybody, I'm so glad you're here. We've got another story, so lend me your ear. We'll read about this and we'll learn about that. Sit back, relax, it's story time with Mr. Matt. So today's story is a bit more of a informational one. Um, it is called Apples for Everyone by Jill Esbaum. So if it's by Jill Esbaum, what does that make her? That's right, it makes her the author. Good job. Right. Seen any apples lately? Look at that little girl. She's putting her apples on her eyes like they're big old eyeballs. Silly kid. Each year in backyards, apple trees blossom. Drawn by the sweet smell, bees buzz from blossom to blossom. So you can see the blossoms right down there. And those are all blossoms up there. So the apple trees actually kind of look like they're kind of white or pink because of all the blossoms. As time passes, petals flutter to the grass and fuzzy bumps appear. Slowly, the baby apples grow bigger, turning all shades of red. See the baby apples? They're starting to get bigger and starting to turn red. A glowing green, a cheerful yellow. So they can turn red, or they can turn green, or they can turn yellow. Have any of you ever had anything besides a red apple? A green apple or a yellow apple? I personally like the yellow ones out of those three options. What do you like? Apples might have golden speckles or snazzy stripes, be round as a ball, or tall and lumpy bottomed. See, this one has a red stripe, and these have yellow speckles. These are green, but they have kind of a lumpy top. Limbs droop heavy with ripe fruit. Some apples thud to the ground, then rot and become food for the growing tree. So the tree grows the apples, and then once the apples get big enough, the limbs will start drooping towards the ground, and then they'll either fall off onto the ground, or animals will come by and pick them off the tree and eat them. Either like people will, or we have some in our yard, and the deer come and they'll stand right up on their back legs and eat them right off the tree. It's kind of cool. And then if the ones that fall on the ground, they'll rot, and then they'll turn the ground turns them into nutrients for the tree to eat, to absorb. And then that's part of what keeps the trees alive. At last, it's fall, harvest time, and fresh apples are everywhere. Grocery stores, farmers markets, roadside stands. I'm guessing you guys have definitely seen them in grocery stores. Have you ever been to a farmer's market or a roadside stand? Sometimes those have the best apples because they're like fresh. They haven't been sitting. You might even climb a ladder to pick your own. Have any of you ever gone apple picking before? It can be kind of fun. I have. Your teeth sink in and crunch, and tart sweet juice dribbles down your chin. Sometimes they can be messy when they're juicy. Dribble it right down your chin. People bob for apples at Halloween parties or dip them in melted caramel for a sweet, gooey treat. Have you guys ever been bobbing for apples? I only have a couple times. It's actually harder than it looks. Have you ever had caramel apples? Those are really good. I like them a lot. Apples may be baked into pies and cinnamony desserts or added to a yummy Thanksgiving stuffing. Have you ever had apple pie? I bet you most of you have. It's pretty good too. And some people like to put it in their turkey stuffing or dressing, depending on what you call it. I don't know that I've ever had that, but it probably is, it sounds pretty good. Some are cooked into thick applesauce or crushed to make juice. Now I know almost everybody probably has had applesauce and or apple juice. I most I think that's pretty popular. On a chilly night, a steaming mug of tangy cider chases away goosebumps. Has anybody had cider? Apple cider? It's kind of like apple juice, but it has a bit more tang to it. It has a bit like a little bit of spice to it. Not like hot spice, but like seasoning spice. It can be really good if you're really cold. It goes really good. Apple trees have been growing in America for hundreds of years, since colonists brought pips or apple seeds from England. That means apples have been around in America for longer than your parents have been alive or your teacher. That's a long time. When most of America was still unsettled, a pioneer named John Chapman spent his summers hiking through the wilderness, planting apple seeds wherever he went. His nickname was Johnny Appleseed. Has anybody ever heard of Johnny Appleseed? It used to be a really well known tale to tell people about Johnny Appleseed. I'm not sure if that's as popular as it used to be. You'll have to let me know. An apple seed lies lie an apple's seeds lie in its core. Cut an apple crosswise, and you'll see the shape of a star. Each of the star pockets has one or two seeds sleeping inside. Has anybody ever done that? I've done that before. You can actually do prints with it too. You can take paint and you dip the apple into the paint and then stamp it onto a piece of paper, and it makes a really cool like stamp. Americans eat more apples than any other fruit. Wow, that's a lot of. I eat a lot of fruit. Apples are the most popular. There are many flavors to choose from, with names like Fuji, Gala, Granny Smith, Honeycrisp, Jonathan, Macintosh, Pink Lady, and Red Delicious. Have you found your favorite? I like Honeycrisp, I think. I couldn't tell you which one it is in the pictures. Maybe this one. It might be that one, but I'm not positive. Uh, do you guys have a specific apple you like? Ah, love at first bite. That's silly. So that was a neat little book. It was called Apples for Everyone. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I hope you learned something from this one too. That there was a lot of information in this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.